Hi guys, this is the 3.20 Balance Manifesto Eldritch Altars rundown. TLDR. Altars no longer offer some reward types like gems, influenced items, unique items, or maps. Okay, I guess. The basic currency reward has been split up into specific currency rewards. For example, they now have Map Boss drops 3 Val Orbs instead of Map Boss drops 3 basic currency items. Ah, that's actually pretty cool. I like that change. Altars no longer offer some basic rewards like Orb of Augmentation, Orbs of Transmutation, Blacksmith Whetstones, Armorer Scraps, etc. Good, good. Currency drop weights are still adhered to for these rewards, so with the removal of basic rewards you will see good currency a lot more often. Nice. Scarabs and divination cards have also been split up into specific rewards. For example, rather than simply divination cards, you will now see things like divination cards which reward unique jewelry. These specific rewards will be split so they're exclusive to one altar type to allow target farming of these rewards. Cool. Target farming is always good, in my opinion. Scarabs are offered a lot less from altars, but we don't want them to be too scarce as a whole. To help balance this out, we are adding rusted scarabs to the core drop pool. Okay. We're also adding a vendor recipe that can be used to upgrade scarabs between tiers using the usual 3-to-1 ratio up to gilded scarabs. Nice. We are also adding an upgrade button in the fragment stash tab that can upgrade your scarabs like the one in the essence tab. Wow, that's a good change. I like this a lot. The amount of influence packs spawned by altars has been reduced by 33%, but the chance of influence altars spawning has been increased by 50% to offset this. We are making changes so that the altar choices that affect boss drops or influence monster drops are comparably valuable. We've redesigned the Wrath of the Cosmos keystone. We've changed the Wrath of the Cosmos and Eldritch Gaze keystones to only apply in maps affected by their respective influence. Not directly related to altars, but related to the choice of what type of influence you run on your maps, we are adding a chance for Maven Witness map bosses to drop an Awakened Gem, inclusive of the Awakened Gems that are typically exclusive to Maven herself. Wow, that's a huge change. Okay, altar rewards. Eldritch Altars are currently too rewarding, so much that they create a disincentive for any out-of-map gameplay unless it's comparable rewarding. We've lightly nerfed their total rewards and updated them in various other ways that we will outline below. While it is fair to say that you can no longer min-max into rewards in such an extreme way, they will still be quite rewarding. We have removed some reward types from the choices available at altars, such as duplicated gems, influenced items, unique items, gems, and maps. This means that other reward types will take their place and naturally be more common. Altars no longer offer a choice for basic currency, but instead offer choices for specific currency. For example, instead of seeing altars say map bosses drop 3 basic currency items, you will now see altars that say things like map boss drops 3 Val Orbs. Currency reward from influenced minions no longer drop in stacks larger than 1. Some of the more common but very low value rewards such as Orb of Augmentation, Orb of Transmutation, Blacksmith, Whetstones, Armor Scraps, etc. can no longer be offered as part of the basic currency rewards. Similarly, instead of offering choices for scarabs or divination cards as a category, they're now more specific. For example, rather than simply divination cards, you will now see things like divination cards which reward unique jewelry. These specific currency, scarab, and divination cards rewards will be split up so that they're exclusive to one altar type. This means that if you're targeting a specific reward type, you will be able to figure out which influence type to invest into in order to farm that reward. The rewards that still remain are currency, scarabs, divination cards, duplicate, currency, uniques, scarab, maps, divination cards, and quantity/rarity. To give you a specific example, if you run maps influenced by the Eater of Worlds, you will see divine orbs from the basic currency reward more than twice as often as before. Nice. On the whole, scarab will be offered a lot less than before from altars. However, we don't want them to be scarce in general. As such, we are adding rusted scarabs to the core drop pool. We are also adding a vendor recipe that can be used to upgrade scarabs between tiers using the usual 3:1 ratio up to gilded scarabs. We are adding an upgrade button in the fragment stash tab that can upgrade your scarabs in this way, similar to the upgrade function in the essence stash tab. Boss rushing. Players currently have an incentive to skip past all regular map monsters and kill the map boss first. The motivation for doing so is that altars which offer rewards affecting the map are less desirable. By killing the boss first, you eliminate these options from your map altars, which makes them more rewarding. True? This is one of those cases where the most efficient and rewarding gameplay strategy undermines the expected gameplay loop and encourages players to do things that aren't really fun. We are making a few numerical changes to altar rewards so that choices that affect boss drops or influent monster drops are more comparably valuable, though boss drops rewards will be slightly better on average than average minion rewards. Altar monster packs. The amount of influence packs spawned by Eldritch influence maps has been reduced by around a third, but the change of influence altar spawning has been increased by about half to somewhat offset this. We're making this change to add some variance to altar gameplay. Previously, Eldritch influenced maps would always spawn exactly 60 packs within a map. They will now spawn somewhere between 20 and 60 packs per map. It's a large enough variance that the difference should be notable. It should also encourage more decision making around altars. For example, if you intuit that it may be a 20-pack map, you might be more inclined to pick more map boss modifiers, as there won't be as many influence monsters in the map to get other reward from. Makes sense? While we were working on this, we took the opportunity to change the pack spawning behavior from influence so that a given area will only have 3 different types of monster packs. Previously, there were 8 pack types that could be spawned per influence type, and it randomly chose which pack type to spawn. This is a relatively small change that won't have a significant effect during gameplay. The goal was simply to give some identity to an area and give you a slightly better idea of what to expect during gameplay. Wrath of the Cosmos. The Wrath of the Cosmos keystone encouraged players to risk a level of danger that was outside of their capability because of how valuable its rewards were. In some cases, it made more sense to die a few times per map than to forego the level of rewards this keystone offered. This is not ideal, to say the least. We have redesigned this keystone. It now only affects altars and maps influenced by the Searing Exarch. Each altar now has a 50% chance for an additional upside. Altars with an additional upside will have their downside effect increased by 100%. Okay, I guess. The overall risk versus reward nature of this keystone is still in place. It's just a lot less intense now. The Eldritch Gaze keystone now only affects altars in maps influenced by the Eater of Worlds. The main reason for this is that we want you to invest Atlas passives into the influence type that you're currently farming. It feels wrong to have to get the passives from the opposite influence cluster in order to maximize the rewards you get from the influence type that you're currently farming. Yeah, I mean, that makes kind of sense, I guess. The small passives near these keystones are already specific to influence types, and it's nice and tidy to keep things consistent in this way. Just to explicitly call a spade, this is a nerf to how much you can scale your rewards from these keystones. Yuck! If you were one of the subset of players who were taking both keystones in the past. Conclusion. Altar rewards are a bit more sensible now through clearer reward types and by toning down the extreme levels of giftiness. We've worked towards making it so that players don't feel compelled to rush straight to map bosses in order to maximize their rewards. We've also updated the ref of the Cosmos Keystone, be a bit less brutal and a bit less rewarding. The intent wasn't to gut these systems, just slightly reduce their overall potency. They should still be valuable sources of rewards. Yeah, we will see about that. We will see about that. Alright, that concludes the 3.20 Balance Manifesto Eldritch Altars. I hope you found this video informative. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.